Hello, and welcome to part 25 of my Conan Exiles Beginner's Guide and Playthrough. This episode is all about finishing, or nearly finishing, the Staff of the Triumvirate Slave Bracelet quest by getting the last artifact we need to craft the Keystone. To get that last artifact, we're going to go into the Well of Skelos in the Volcano, and to get in there, we need to enter through the snow. So we are over here at the entrance to this area is down at D11, so you can come over here from the Mounts of the Dead area, or I went over to the obelisk by the Black Keep and then came through here. And this path up to Dragonmouth, which is where we are. If you should at this point have the Redeemed Legion, or at least Silent Legion armor, to keep you warm in the cold and cool in the volcano. You can also bring some iced tea, which you can buy at Conan's Bar to keep you warm in the cool in the volcano, or you can pick up some ice. But we should be fine. We also have our heat protecting shield, Mistborn. So as you can see, it looks like a dragon's mouth, hence the name. So head in here. And if you remember the staff, when we put it down last time, it said, this is a dangerous line of questioning. You should forget you ever heard of that thing. So talking about the final artifact. And we've learned that the Giant Kings were trying to keep people out of the volcano. And that the Lemurians were trying to kill the Serpentmen in the volcano. So that is why we're heading this way. So coming here through this loading area. Jumping to do. Whoops, wrong way. Don't do that. And I'm using my two Berserkers. I'm going to give them salted pork and pork rinds to help out. You could probably do this with some relic hunters, but I definitely recommend at least one Berserker with the well-trained stat. So just head down here. As you can see, we're hot. If we weren't wearing this armor, we would be taking damage. Okay, so the Well of Skelos is in here in this tower. There's a pool that you jump into. But I want to put down a Transportory stone down here. So first we need to put down a base. Out of the way, please. And the reason I'm putting this down is A, this way I can just head right back home when we finish the dungeon, and B, we're going to be smelting some obsidian, and I'll be wanting to come back here later to do that some more. There we go. Light this thing. Perform the ritual. Okay, we're gonna rename this Well of Skelos Obsidian. Alright. So let's just make sure we got everything we need. We're about to go into the dungeon. They have exotic feasts for healing and give pork rinds, salted pork, rinds, salted pork. Oh yeah. Elixir of might. Just make these guys OP. Again, you could probably do this with relic hunters, but definitely recommend the berserkers. Alright, so let's head in. There's a little miniature rock slide here to fight. And there are some humans up here to fight. They're fairly tough, quite tough actually, so just be prepared for that. Or you can just do this. Just run right in. And here we are. So I'm hot, but if I get out my Mistborn shield, I am no longer hot. So we are super heat insulated. Oh, that hurt. Dang, they're putting bleed on us?
Gods take you.
Hey, look how much damage they did to my guys. Jeez. I think they've made this a little bit more challenging. So anyway. Come down left here. I think we can. And I'm glad I buffed these guys. So yeah, maybe I would recommend only doing berserkers. Those guys actually used to not fight you unless you attacked them. Keep coming this way. Some guys to fight here, Serpentmen. Take this guy out. So these guys can drop treasures. So check them. Then over here is the forge. This is where we'll be smelting obsidian later once we have the recipe to do that. But go left. treasure. So keep coming up here. You're just seem to be dirked out. Let's see. Yeah, they drop daggers and stuff that you can learn to make. Yeah, that I forgot to mention that tower that we ran into and jumped in the well. If you climb up to the topmost level of that, you can get the Serpentman armor and weapon recipes. So over to the left are some guys and a one skull guy. You can fight them if you want to get some chests over there, but we're just gonna proceed right. Some gold language. We learned the Serpentman language. You guys gonna fight him? Everybody's being kind of dumb today. Iridescent scale, treasure. Keep coming around this way. Start getting cobras. And these one skull guys. I'm gonna change their behavior to aggressive. See if that'll make them attack better. It's gonna take a lot longer than it should with my guys being dumb. Heal up a little bit. Serpentman weapon, Serpentman shield. Okay, then you have to jump this little gap here. Alright, keep on coming. Some obsidian. You gotta jump this little gap. Statue. At least these archers aren't attacking. Then come down through here. You want to get through this door up here, but it is locked. And there is a gatekeeper you fight. Little one skull guy, easy enough to deal with. There we go. Some composite obsidian. Alright, then come up here and your guys, I don't know if they still do, but they used to get stuck right here. It's like one of them did. Alright, well hopefully she'll teleport. Around here. There they both are. Oh my god, this is so bugged out today. So annoying. Come on, they're right next to you. Attack. I'm killing all these guys because I don't want them to all just chase me the whole time and end up starting to attack. Keep coming through here. Serpentmen statues. What the hell is going on? Let's come out this way. Little gap you have to jump. Some snakes over here. Hopefully my guys will come. Alright, and up here is the King of the Serpentmen. He should be sitting on his throne unless it's bugged. It is bugged, so he's not sitting there. So just exit the way you came, run back this way out of render range. So head back up here. So on a server that shouldn't happen where he doesn't show up. Yeah, there he is. Okay, so now we can start actually fighting these guys. They're really low HP, just we'll get tons of them. I can hear the staff talking a little bit. Apparently, if you bring it with you, it will disappear once you beat the dungeon. So I left it at home.
And he unleashed the sandstorm that turned their fertile lands. I whispered to the Alchemist. He activated the curse, trapping the humans forever.
So just keep fighting these guys. Like I said, easy peasy.
Their hatred for your kind burns strong. Though his name be forgotten, all your cursed race was paying for the crimes of the King Thrall of Atlantis.
Keep on coming. Eventually his shield will come down. So just keep on fighting him. I think this might be the last wave. And then sometimes he won't die and you just have to hit him once, but that's it. Get some loot, skeleton key, which I forgot to mention at the start, you do want to bring some skeleton keys with you. There are some legendary chests. The Shining Trapezohedron. So that is the final artifact. Let me read that. It was treasured and placed in its curious box by the crenade things of Antarctica, salvaged from the ruins by the Serpentmen of Volusia. This artifact is spoken of in whispers by the knighted cults of the Hyborian Age. It is rumored to be a window into all of space and time, but with the cost that the user risks bearing their soul to the powers from the outer dark. The Serpentmen of Volusia were in possession of this object, and how they came to be living beneath the volcano in the Exile Lands is a mystery. Perhaps fleeing their genocide at the hands of the legendary Coal of Atlantis, they made their way to the Exile Lands, where they befriended the Giant Kings through worship of their deity, Set. In return, they were allowed to live in the caldera of the volcano and build their cities there. It was, however, too late for the Serpentmen, a degenerate and dying race lacking the genetic diversity to continue. They found themselves coupling with snakes and lesser reptiles in the hopes of preserving their species, but as time passed, they lost all hope of survival and instead prayed for bitter revenge upon the races. They crafted a staff with their ancient magics and summoned a presence via the Trapezohedron to inhabit the staff and lead the Giant Kings to their downfall. If they must die, they would take as many with them as possible, and most especially the cursed children of humankind. This is one of the artifacts required to create the Keystone that can be used to remove the Slave Bracelet. Okay. And then come back here. And that's where you learn how to make obsidian bars and all the weapons and tools. And various loot. Some more various loots. Just don't have the weight for all this stuff.
So it comes to this. I've enjoyed our travels. But if you remember the terms of our agreement, I was happy to serve until I found my true master. The last remnant of the serpent.
I'm gonna have to cheat real quick and get a torch.
To advise, and to teach, to betray. I whispered to the priest king, and he cursed his only child and turned the war against his people. I whispered to the war maker, and he unleashed the sandstorm that turned
Too dark in here.
to arid desert.
And here goes the staff talking again.
And he activated the curse wall, trapping the humans forever.
So here's the two legendary chests I was looking for. Vaulting pole and the unintelligible, a good mace.
All your cursed race was paid for the crimes of the King Coal of Atlantis. You will
An exit.
The giant sandstorm that turned their fertile lands.
Let's come up here to this broken bridge.
I whispered to the Archivist, and he activated the curse wall, trapping the humans.
And you gotta jump
forever.
down here. Take a little damage.
But their hatred for your kind burns strong. Though his name be forgotten, all your cursed race was paid for the crimes of the King Kong of Atlantis. You will be cleansed.
And then we're back up here at the forge, or furnace. So we got some guys to fight before we can access the furnace. Oh, one of my berserkers is down. Oops, I just died from poison. Alright, well I'm gonna get back over here and grab my body. Okay, so after a big ordeal, I had to go back to base and summon my corpse, and then take the stone and come back down here and fight these guys a bunch. And finally what we can do is grab the obsidian off of these guys. So to make the composite obsidian, it's obsidian and steel bars. So I'm gonna craft that up, a bunch of these, and head back to base. Okay, we are back at base, and here's where we have all our artifacts. Drop the final one in there, and let's see what the staff, if the staff has anything to say.
Once the Giant Kings were the favourite of Set, the old serpent. Though, they'd never admit it when I dwelt among them. I mean, they had the serpent ring of Set stolen from my people. The serpent people who went extinct thousands of years ago. One of the Triumvirate would know more happened. That's all I know.
Alright, so that's pretty much the last thing he says. The final artifact that the Archivist talks about is the serpent ring of Set, but he also talked about him coming and this guy stealing the serpent ring of Set and leaving the exile lands, so we cannot actually get that one. But we do have the pieces needed to craft the Keystone. So if you are tired of playing the game at this point and you want to quote-unquote beat it, you can head over here to F8 to Chaos Mouth, climb up top of this tower with the artifact pieces. There's an altar at the top, put them in there, craft the Keystone, and then use the Keystone and you will beat the game. So but we're not going to do that for a while. We still have a lot to do in the exile lands, mini dungeons, etc. So next time we will start building our treasure hoard. We'll do some treasure hunting for both small and heroic treasures. I'll show you where some of those are around the map, and we'll make our treasure room look a lot better. So thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and have a good day.